TFM 95.4.
Let's talk.
Live on TFM and the TFM Facebook page. This is the live feed of TTV. Let's talk.
Hello and welcome to the Midday Update. Coming up are the headlines for today. According to the Ministry of Health, public health measures have been applied to deal with the new COVID-19 strain. Mutant COVID-19 virus mostly affects the younger people. Royal decree grants license to third telecom operator. Commanders of Sultan's armed forces receive COVID-19 vaccine. ROP officers graduate on Police Day. 5 countries assume responsibilities as elected members of Security Council. According to a medical expert, US healthcare system may see total collapse amid the COVID-19 spike. About 10 cases of COVID-19 variants spotted in France, says Minister. Barcelona postponed training after 2 positive COVID-19 results. Novak Djokovic and Rafael Nadal lead field for 2021 ATP Cup. Those were the headlines. Now we'll take a look at weather.
Hi, my name is Maitha El Shukaili for today's weather update. And right now, I'm outside the TFM studio in Al Khuer. Before we move on to weather, here's our fact for the day. The study of changes on climate throughout the Earth's history uses evidence found on coral reefs, tree rings, ocean sediment, and the layers of the sedimentary rock. And this is to determine that the current warming is happening 10 times faster than the previous ice age warming. That's our fact for the day. Now let's step inside the studio and talk more about weather. According to Oman Meteorology and Civil Aviation Authorities, there will be mainly clear skies over the rest of the Sultanate and the wind will be easterly to northeasterly, light to moderate. With that, let's take a look at how the weather will be like in all the governorates. Muscat will be sunny, temperatures between 22 to 15 degrees Celsius. Musandam will be sunny, temperatures between 20 to 14 degrees Celsius. North Al-Batina will be sunny, temperatures between 22 to 14 degrees Celsius. South Al-Batina will be sunny, temperatures between 20 to 21 degrees Celsius. Al-Buraymi will be sunny, temperatures between 23 to 13 degrees Celsius. Al-Dhahira will be sunny, temperatures between 25 to 13 degrees Celsius. Al-Dakhiliya will be sunny, temperatures between 23 to 12 degrees Celsius. North Al-Sharqiyya will be sunny, temperatures between 24 to 11 degrees Celsius. South Al-Sharqiyya will be sunny, temperatures between 22 to 14 degrees Celsius. Al-Wusta will be sunny, temperatures between 24 to 16 degrees Celsius. And Dhofar will also be sunny, temperatures between 21 to 12 degrees Celsius.
Hello and welcome back to the Midday Update. Let's take a look at the COVID-19 updates. The Ministry of Health has announced the registration of 2 new COVID-19 deaths, taking the total death toll to 1,504. The ministry has also extended its deepest condolences to the families of the deceased. The Ministry of Health has also announced the registration of 114 new COVID-19 cases, taking the total cases in the Sultanate to 129,888. In the past 24 hours, there have been 50 recoveries, and the total number of recoveries now stand at 122,456. The ministry has urged everyone to adhere to social distancing instructions issued by the Supreme Committee and the Ministry of Health. Now, talking about the new strain of the virus, the Ministry of Health has confirmed that all public health measures have been applied to deal with the infected person with the genetic mutation virus of the COVID-19. And now he's in a good health and is subject to domestic isolation. A statement issued online by Government Communication Center said that it has registered the first case of a genetic mutation virus of the COVID-19 that was recently announced in the United Kingdom and many other countries. The statement also said that the genetic mutation virus of the COVID-19 was diagnosed in a resident who came to the Sultanate from the United Kingdom and developed respiratory symptoms while undergoing health isolation. The statement confirmed that the COVID-19 tests that he had taken before arrival and upon arrival in the Sultanate were negative. Once again, all public health measures have been applied to deal with the infected person who is now in good health and is subject to domestic isolation. The genetic mutation of the COVID-19 virus mostly affects young age groups less than 20 years old. Director General of Infectious Diseases for Surveillance Control at the Ministry of Health said on Tuesday. Dr. Saif bin Salam Al-Abri, Director General of Infectious Disease for Surveillance and Control at the Ministry of Health, spoke to Oman TV about the discovery of the first case of a genetic mutation of the COVID-19 virus. One of the challenges that we may face is the increase in the number of cases due to the new rapidly spreading mutation, and thus it may cause an increase in pressure on health institutions, whether hospitalization or intensive care. Al-Abri continued, saying that this gene mutation mostly affects young age groups less than 20 years old. He also added that most of the cases, from 60 to 70% in the Sultanate, are related to travel. The statement assured the vigilance and preparedness of the health system in the Sultanate to monitor, diagnose, and deal with public health emergencies, which include preventive measures in the border entry points, epidemiological surveillance, and raising diagnostic capacities in the central public health laboratories. His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq issued a royal decree number 4/2021 granting first-class license to Oman Future Telecommunications Company or OFT. Article 1 grants first-class license to Oman Future Telecommunications Company to provide general basic mobile telecom services in accordance with the license attached to the decree. Article 2 says that this decree shall be published in the official gazette and enforced from its day of issue. A number of commanders of the Sultan's armed forces have received vaccination against COVID-19. A statement issued online by Ministry of Defense said the following. As part of the national campaign for immunization against COVID-19, the medical services of the armed forces continue their medical efforts in activating the vaccination plan, and Lieutenant General Ahmed bin Harith bin Nasir Al-Nabhani, Chief of State of the Sultan's Armed Forces, and Major General Staff Pilot Matar bin Ali Al-Obedani, Commander of the Royal Oman Air Force, received the vaccination against the virus at Al-Khod Armed Forces Hospital. The Royal Oman Police College at the Sultan Qaboos Academy for Police Sciences concluded on Tuesday the training program for the 46th University Officers Batch, the 43rd Diploma Officers Batch, the 7th Limited Service Batch, and the 47th Specialized University Officers Batch on the occasion of Royal Oman Police Day. On the same occasion, Lieutenant General Hassan Mohsen Al-Shiraiki, Inspector General of Police and Customs, inaugurated 3 electronic systems, including the ROP e-training platform, the HR management system, and the e-wallet within the ROP social services. And talking about the ROP Day that was celebrated yesterday, we have with us Major Khalid Al-Shaibi, who is a lecturer at the Royal Oman Police College. Major Khalid, I believe you had a pretty busy day yesterday, but we really appreciate you taking the time and joining us today. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, and good afternoon for you and for the listeners in this day, actually, day of peace and security achievement all around the Sultanate.
Absolutely. Major Khalid, how long have you served the ROP?
Actually, I had the honor to join the Royal Oman Police in 1997. So I have completed around 23 years, and I'm really willing to do more to serve the public and the country.
23 years, that's a very long time. And how was the ceremony yesterday?
Usually the celebration of the annual day at the Sultan Qaboos Academy for Police Sciences is normally an eventful day of many activities, most important of which is the graduation ceremony of the cadet officers. However, due to the circumstances and the pandemic, most of the activities and events have been cut short. But you can still see the proud and the happiness on the faces of the cadets.
Oh, definitely. And Major Khalid, I believe 2020 must have been a pretty challenging year for the ROP. So what, in your opinion, do you think were the main challenges in handling the pandemic?
It was a big challenge, actually. Maybe I can talk more about the challenges that we are faced in the police academy.
Right.
To provide and to implement a training program, whether physical or cognitive. There are some sort of gathering and close discussion always required. But due to the safety procedures and the social distancing, it was difficult actually to apply the full program. Moreover, the academy, the academy course, the academy and the police academy actually wasn't fully equipped for the application of the remote e-learning and distance learning as is now. So this was the most challenges we faced actually last year. And we learned a lot and we have experience. So next year, the performance will be much better, inshallah.
Inshallah. And how does 2021 look? Does it look more promising?
From academic point of view, we feel, very optimistic because of the plan we have at the moment, and also the strategy we made to make use of the revolution in construction and facilities that academic witnessing now. So as I said, we feel very optimistic, and we encourage the public to feel the same also, because we believe that people always can make difference and can change circumstances if there is a determination, if there is willing to do so.
And Major Khalid, you deal with the youth. So in your opinion, what do you think is the main motivation for the youth to join the police?
I've been to different countries, and really there is a shortage in police officers. But in Oman, there is motivations, and people are highly motivated to join the police. I think one of the main reasons, the police provide good opportunity to save the country and to fight against some serious crimes and crimes against humanity. So there is a noble, actually, as they said, one of the most honorable jobs to do, actually. Secondly, the police academy provides very, extensive, and the training program is very beneficial. So professionalism and also the legality, this is the two concepts in the police work. So these skills are, very valuable to that training, and it can be invested in future, so the police officers can also learn a lot of skills that can be applied in future in many fields.
Definitely. No wonder the youth is so motivated to join the forces. And Major Khalid, thank you so much for your service, and thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome. Thank you very much. And finally, I would like to express my heartfelt greetings to His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Farak Al Saeed, the Supreme Commander, wishing His Majesty health and happiness, and Oman to more flourish under his wisdom. And also my greetings to the Inspector General Police and Customs, Hassan bin Muhsin al-Shariqi, wishing him also success and more happiness, and also the Omani people for more progress and prosperity. Thank you very much.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Major Khalid. Thank you for joining us today. Have a great afternoon. That was Major Khalid, and we will take a short commercial break. After this, we'll be back with our international stories.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
It's about time we kicked COVID-19 out of our lives. Join us on TTV Outline every Monday and let us learn how to fight COVID together.
Welcome back. Welcome back to the midday update. Coming up are the international stories. India, Ireland, Kenya, Mexico and Norway on Monday began to assume responsibilities as non-permanent members of the Security Council. Their two-year term officially started on January 1st, but Monday is the first working day of the Council for 2021 after the Christmas and New Year break. A flag installation ceremony was held at noon to mark the start of their responsibilities. Kazakh UN Ambassador Makhzan Ilyasov, who presided over the ceremony, congratulated the 5 new council members and wished them success in realizing their priorities in their two-year term, which he described as 2 crucial years of modern history. 2021 is a year of hope for all countries and for the United Nations. International peace, security and sustainable development in 2021 will largely depend on the decisions of the United Nations and the Security Council with its permanent and non-permanent members, he said. Drawing on the hard but valuable lessons learned in 2020, we must analyze and use in our future work the best examples of collaboration, compromise, and dedication to causes for further promoting and ensuring global peace, security, and sustainable development. We need some real action to translate our current hopes into true benefits and positive changes for people and to implement the UN Secretary-General's agenda for peace, he said. The permanent representatives of the 5 countries made short speeches before they installed their respective national flags outside the Security Council chamber. The 5 countries replaced Belgium, the Dominican Republic, Germany, Indonesia, and South Africa. The 15-member Security Council has 5 permanent members: Britain, China, France, Russia, and the United States, and 10 non-permanent members elected for 2-year terms by the UN General Assembly. 5 non-permanent members are replaced every year. Estonia, Niger, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Tunisia, and Vietnam are in the middle of their 2-year term as non-permanent members. A medical expert has warned that the surging COVID-19 hospitalization has put the healthcare system in the United States at real crisis, Cable News Network reported. This is about total collapse of the healthcare system if we have another spike, Brad Spellberg, Chief Medical Officer at the Los Angeles County University of Southern California Medical Center, said in Saturday's report. U.S. hospitals started running out of healthcare workers months ago, CNN said, adding that gatherings in the holiday season are causing new waves of coronavirus hospitalizations. The United States has remained above 100,000 hospitalizations for 32 straight days, and on Thursday, a record 125,379 people were hospitalized with COVID-19, according to the report. Spellberg said the public has the power to stop the spread of the virus by complying with health guidance, while hospitals cannot put a stop but only react to it. About 10 suspected or proven cases of the coronavirus variant detected in Britain have so far been spotted in France, Minister of Health Oliver Véran said on Tuesday. It is a variant that worries us and for which we are deploying very important logistical and diagnostic resources, said the minister in an interview with RTL Radio, adding that all people arriving from Britain must be tested. The COVID-19 variant is circulating in Paris, according to Martin Hirsch, Director General of the Paris Hospital System. A case was detected in a Parisian laboratory for a patient in the Paris region, he told France 2 television on Tuesday. 10 days ago, France reported the first case of this coronavirus variant in Tours in the Centre-West. Last Thursday, France reported its first case of the South African variant of coronavirus in a man returning from South Africa who lived in Wuhan in the east. Those were the international stories. We'll take a short commercial break and we'll be back with the sports news.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
It's about time we kicked COVID-19 out of our lives. Join us on TTV Outline every Monday and let us learn how to fight COVID together.
Welcome back to the midday update. Coming up are the sports stories. FC Barcelona has confirmed that their training session has been postponed following 2 positive COVID-19 results at the club. The side's morning training schedule had been halted ahead for all players and staff being tested for COVID-19. 2 members of the club staff have tested positive for the virus, and the club will now find out if there are any further cases. After PCR tests carried out on Monday, 2 members of the Football First team staff have returned positive for COVID-19. The club had informed the relevant sports and health authorities. Furthermore, the whole squad was scheduled to go for further PCR testing on Tuesday morning local time, in line with La Liga protocol. As a result, the training session planned for Tuesday at 10 a.m. had been postponed. In 2020, Serbia defeated Spain 2-1 in a thrilling championship clash, which included an exciting matchup between Djokovic and Nadal. 12 countries will battle for the prestigious team trophy, with 2020 finalists Serbia and Spain leading the way. This year's ATP Cup will take place at Melbourne Park alongside two ATP 250 events, with the three tournaments being held the week before the Australian Open. The draw will take place on January 20th, when the 12 teams will be divided into four groups of three for the group stage round-robin play. The four group winners will advance to the semi-finals. Playing as a team for one's country is a rare privilege in tennis, which brings the best out of our players. This was highlighted by the incredible matches and camaraderie on display at last year's inaugural ATP Cup, said ATP Cup Managing Director Ross Hutchins in an official statement. We would like to thank our partners Tennis Australia for their dedication and commitment to staging this year's tournament, which promises to deliver a strong start to the new 2021 season, he added. The showpiece event will take place from February 1st to February 5th in Melbourne. Those were the stories for today. We'll be back tomorrow with the midday updates, so stay tuned.
You've just heard the live feed from the TTV studios on TFM 95.4. Let's talk.